Hi, this is Dr. Kelly Pearson. I'm one of the co-owners of Pearson and Weary Pain Relief Clinic. And I want to talk today about something that is critical for not only reducing your pain but releasing your weight, and that is sugar management. And to begin with, recognize there's three kinds of foods. There's proteins that build our body, fats that help us communicate and transport information, and then fuel that actually does just that. It fuels our body. And when we make an analogy between proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, we can think about a house. So, for instance, the house's foundation and walls would be like the protein you and I eat to build ourselves. The fats might be the insulation around the wires, or the pipes that carry the water, or the conduits that carry the natural gas. And when we eat fats, they do the same things for our body. They allow the nerves to function well, they insulate the nerves, they allow you to create hormones that are causing information to travel from one part of the body to the next. And then there's carbohydrates, which in the house is really the fuel that's feeding the house. It might be the electricity or the water or the natural gas. And in our bodies, that fuel is exactly what it means. It's that helps us run our bodies but not build or create an infrastructure. And much like a car, you put gas in it to fuel it. But sadly, our bodies can keep taking in the fuel versus what happens when you put too much gas in a car, it spills out onto the pavement. So in actual fact, you and I keep eating more and more carbohydrate and it accepts it. The sad part about that is this is the really big cause of so much of our pain and inflammation, as well as our obesity. Let me explain. So diabetes is a condition where your pancreas and insulin get exhausted, and it's more complicated than that, but largely it's because of how much sugar we're eating. We're going to call sugar glucose, although that's a little bit basic. Nonetheless, when you're taking a glucose molecule into your stomach, that organ that's depicted in pink, in order for that glucose to get into your body's cells to provide the fuel, it must be escorted via hospitality of insulin. That insulin comes out of the pancreas, it hooks up with the sugar, and it takes it to the cell, knocks on the door, and asks, do you need more fuel? The answer is either going to be you bet or no thanks, I'm full. After a fashion, however, if you've eaten too much sugar, all the cells will have been given enough fuel, more than they need, and your liver might be capable of taking some of that glucose and turning it into glycogen, but sadly, a lot of the times there's still an abundant amount of sugar in your cells, in your bloodstream rather, and it's extremely dangerous to have that much sugar in your bloodstream, so your body must convert it quickly to, guess what, to fat. And that's what's happening today, is that our youth are recommended to drink and eat things that are so sweet, and my goodness, you can buy it, so it must be okay, but the amount of sugar hidden in our foods is ridiculous. We're going to be talking about complex carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates and the high glycemic index next, but the next short webinar will answer the question for you: how much sugar can your body take in? And actually, you do need some carbohydrate or sugar every single day, and even more if you're exercising more. So stay tuned and let's watch the next webinar.